All right. So your higher self is, you know, that voice you hear that motivates you, that tells you to get up and go get it, that tells you to do the things that are right. That is your higher self. That voice that people say is God talking to them, that is that higher self. Now, let me pause right there. It's the same thing. The voice that you hearing, that you are saying is God, or that people say is God, your higher self, your soul, your consciousness, the universe, it's all the same thing to a degree. You feel me? It's all the same thing. So that higher self is the you that you can be once you cut out all of the things that are distracting you from being that you could be. Your higher self is the greatest version of you. Your higher self is the you without all the boxes, all the constraints that we put ourselves in. We put ourselves in boxes every single day. So many of us live in these boxes, and when we meet other people, if they don't fit inside of our little boxes, we discredit them. We don't talk to them. We don't want to get to know them. So each person puts him or herself in, I don't want to say hundreds of boxes, but maybe hundreds of boxes, but at least a few handfuls of boxes. The more you box yourself in, the further you are away from your higher self. That's why I talked about the boxes. I know it's like, where is he going with this? The more you box yourself in, the further away you take yourself from your higher self. The more you unbox, the more you get rid of the shells and the constraints that you have around who you think you are, the closer you get to your higher self. Your higher self is divine. You feel me? You are divine. You are special. You are important. You have a purpose, but you can't reach that purpose. Well, you can reach that purpose faster when you are in tune with your higher self. So it's like, yeah, but what is the higher self? It's easy. It would be easy for me to say that the higher self is God, the higher self is the universe, but that's just a piece of it. You feel me? Your higher self is your intuition, your soul, your spirit. Your higher self is an accumulation of all of the positive that you've been through, all the experiences that you've been through without any of the judgment. Your higher self is directly connected to everything that there is. It would also be simple to say that your higher self is your soul, which it's a part of that. It's all of that is your higher self, you know. We are divine creatures with powers that we do not even understand fully because we were not taught these things. So most people, when they hear these type of things or they see someone talking about it, they kind of disregard it. They're like, oh, whatever. But that's only because it's not something that's been taught. They feel like a lot of people don't want to hear anything that they do not understand. So like my whole purpose of doing this is to demystify this whole spirituality, new age, I don't want to call it religion, but this whole new age thinking, which is funny because it's not even new age. This was the source. This is where everything that most people are studying now, this is where it all comes from. You know, this is not new age at all. It's actually old age. It's from antiquity. And that's where your higher self is from. Your higher self is the cognitive and emotional perfection. It's the cognitive and emotional collaboration perfected collaboration. Yeah, that's what I want to try to say. Your higher self is the cognitive and emotional collaboration perfected. Does that make sense? It can't be, you can't take a scientist, or you can't take science and study the higher self. You understand? And that's why a lot of people kind of discredit it, because they can't study it. See, science, I love science. Don't get me wrong. Science is beautiful. But science doesn't have all the answers. Spirituality is beautiful. I love spirituality. But spirituality doesn't, I'm not going to say it doesn't have all the answers, but it doesn't explain everything like science explains a lot of things. So what you need to do on this journey of discovering and understanding the higher self is you need to mix science with spirituality. And also, I say, for the true Trinity, the Holy Triad, you need to also add in history. So once you study history, and I mean real history, not this stuff they give us in school. Once you study history, science, and spirituality, man, you will be awakened. You feel me? And I can't even get you to understand like what that feels like to be awakened. It's a code. The code is cracked. You understand what's going on in society. You understand why people are doing the things that they do. You understand why we are in the situations that we are in. But on the other side, you have nothing but love for it all, because you understand that it's all part of the grand design. And when I say it's all part of the grand design, I don't mean it as in the fact that this has all scripted out and everything is going to happen in a certain way and it's already pre-written. It was written. Nah, I'm not saying it like that. The grand design is there are laws put into this universe and everything is governed by these universal laws. Once you put together that holy triad, you begin to see the universe, you begin to see the world, your situations, your settings for what it really is. And then you begin to have that love for everything, because you understand that the grand design is really just based on those laws that are put into order, and everything is governed by the laws. The biggest problem is people don't know, let alone understand the universal laws. So people are just out here living like they're just living. They don't understand what's going on. They're just out here. And when you're out here like that and you have no guidelines, then you are living a reaction type life instead of creating the life that you wish to have. You feel me? So to tie all that back into the higher self, once you tap into your higher self, or first, once you begin to understand what the higher self is, you'll be able to tap into it and let it guide you, and it will bring you all the information that you need to grow along your journey. You feel me? Your higher self is your guide. Your higher self is yourself in another dimension. Your higher self foresees things that are coming your way. Your higher self is helping you along as you live throughout your life. Your higher self is all of that, you know? I just want to say that your higher self is you. You are your higher self. You feel me? You are the higher self that you are listening to, that you are relying on for guidance. It's you. It's just the higher version of you. It's the pure version of you. It's the version of you that you are striving to get to. And I believe that you can get to it because I believe in you. You feel me? I believe in you. I believe in you. Peace, love, light.